Hi and welcome to Unscripted. I am here with Tamara of Kilifi Wellness Festival and Karibu, Kenya.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit more about your love for wellness.
I started doing yoga when I was living in Thailand.
Okay.
I've always loved swimming and dance and
Yes.
gymnastics, so yoga kind of put all of that together for
Yeah.
me. And finally did my teacher training about eight or 9 years ago.
Oh, nice.
In Lamu. 200 hours in a month. It's a lot of yoga, as well as, of course, a lot of learning about the spiritual side of yoga
Yes.
and the body, the reason we do certain moves. It's a really holistic and comprehensive
Yeah.
training.
There's a myth about yoga that only specific people can do it, or you have to be really flexible. Tell us, have you encountered any of those myths? Have you had to bust those myths, or
Definitely
is that
bust
the
them.
truth?
Absolutely everyone can do yoga. You can do it differently. We have chair yoga for the elderly.
Yeah.
You can do yoga on your mats. And then so many people were asking me these questions, I kind of decided to formalize it. So I founded my company.
Wow.
Got a tourism license, did all the legal stuff, and yes, Karibu, Kenya started taking bookings.
Wow, that's amazing.
There's so many things to do. So yes, we set up our Addis office. We called that Exclusive Ethiopia.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so we have now Karibu, Kenya and Exclusive Ethiopia. As you can see, I like alliteration.
Yes.
More recently expanded into Uganda and Tanzania.
Okay.
Working slightly differently in those countries. I, again, have people based in those countries who I work with.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've also combined wellness with the travel side.
Yes.
How have you managed to do that?
Well, the Kilifi Wellness Festival came about. The idea grew in 2020, which was, of course, a year that many people weren't having a good time, weren't feeling well, and were stuck at home. So four friends, got together and we planned the Kilifi Wellness Festival. We did our first one right at the beginning of January in 2021.
Wow.
It's an outdoor event, so we were allowed to do it. We did another one that year, two in that year, because the world was quiet.
What would you say would be the challenges that people don't really recognize or appreciate?
I think a lot of people, when they think of coming to Kenya the first time, they think of the Masai Mara and Diani. And they are absolutely super places. They're phenomenal. If you come during migration, obviously that's an extraordinary spectacle. And Diani has the longest white beach. I could say in Africa, I think Mozambique is a bit longer, but it's a very, very long white beach. And it's gorgeous and it's got all the right restaurants and, things to do. And it's got a golf course and all the rest of it. So a lot of people on their first trip to Kenya will say, I want to go to Masai Mara Diani. And I never discourage that because, of course, that's what they want to do. But I think a lot of people don't realise how many incredible national parks we have in this country and how many private conservancies we have the diversity of the terrain here. I mean, if you go to, for example, one of the Laikipia conservancies, Alpejita Barana, Lewa, Loisaba, there are so many, El Karama, I could name way more. And then perhaps continue to either Samburu, if you want the scenic nature of, you get fewer game there, but you do get the rock formations and the doom palms and the river running through it, and you do get animals coming to the river to drink because it is so dry there. Yeah. So that's a completely different experience. Or they could head I'm talking from the Laikipia region, they could then head towards Meru and see a much more forested national park, which is a hard sell for first time people visiting Kenya, because you might want to see the great open plains where you just see all the animals. But Samburu and Meru are absolutely gorgeous in their own rights.
Why is it that they always just want to go to those two places? Is there a
I think they're just the most famous ones, to be honest. They're the ones that Kenya has marketed. And I've actually been talking to the Kenya Tourist Board about this. We have been in discussions for several years. Last year their big thing was to promote Kenya as an adventure destination, adventure sports.
That would be really...
Kite surfing, a stand-up paddleboard, whitewater rafting, mountain climbing. We've got all these things and they're all fantastic. And this year I'm very happy to say my many discussions with Kenya Tourist Board have paid off, and they are going to market Kenya as a well-being or wellness destination. Wow. And honestly, we are, an expression which I have coined, Africa's premier well-being destination.
Wow.
No one else in Africa is doing what we're doing. We have so many retreats here, loads of phenomenal, and not just yoga practitioners. We've got sound healing, we've got meditation, we've got, I mean, I can't even name them all. We've got so many diverse facets of wellness and well-being here. And a lot of professionals who take people on safari and do meditation on safari, or they take people to a beach and do African dance and snorkeling. You know, you can combine all these things. Wake up really early and meditate on a beach and then go swimming with dolphins. Or you can do a game drive all day and then do a cooling yoga session in the evening. I mean, those are just a few of the incredible things that you can do here. So it kind of all comes together with the diversity that Kenya has to offer.
So how is Kilifi Wellness Festival different to the others? Like, if someone was to come and choose and say, I only have budget for one festival, which one would I choose? Why would you say they should choose Kilifi Wellness?
We do have several different styles of yoga. Stand-up paddleboard yoga, yoga up in the trees, which can be called circus arts, yoga on silks, yoga in hammocks. But beyond, we've got art, we've got make your own mandala. We've got discussions, we've talked about forgiveness, we've talked about gender, suicide awareness course, we've had a Reiki course, salsa, and we have performances. Some of the teachers, the professionals at the festival also will surprise you with some performances. We have a cacao ceremony, we have a blissful dhow cruise in the evening, art, dance, music, discussion, workshops.
As we say, yoga is for anybody and everyone. You know, has anyone like fallen over and laughed, or has something funny happened, or someone thought they were going to attend this but actually they attended that? Like,
so most people do stand-up paddleboard with an oar and they gently meander down a creek. So we've kind of built on that to do yoga on a stand-up paddleboard.
Wow.
We do anchor the boards because you don't want the board, one of the participants floating off down the creek or floating out to sea. So they are anchored, but they still move with the water. One of the girls suddenly said, "Does it matter that I can't swim?"
Ooh.
And I spent the whole of the rest of the session with my eye on her because I didn't want her to fall off the board. And since that time, I have always said everyone who does stand-up paddleboard yoga does need to be able to swim.
do you have any parting words or thoughts you'd like to share?
To Kenyans, I would say you have the most phenomenal country. Take some time to visit it. Take some time to explore parts of it you haven't been to. You will be amazed. If there's any corner of it that you haven't been to, give it a go. There are so many little gems dotted around Kenya. You will love it.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.